Hi, my name is Anna Levesque, and I want to take on the mental aspect of kayak rolling in this video, in learning to roll or refining your roll in your whitewater kayak. And kayaking, whitewater kayaking, does require a strong mental game. And the first time that you encounter as a whitewater kayaker the challenge of this mental game is when you first do a wet exit, which hopefully was the first thing you did when you got into your kayak on flat water, right? Is to wet exit, to flip over and learn how to get out safely, effectively, I should say effectively. And the first time underwater, even strong swimmers who are like, oh, I got this, I swim all the time, the feeling of having your legs or your lower body snugly in the kayak and you upside down, and the water maybe rushing up your nose, and this whole new feeling, right? It even, some folks are very calm, and that's wonderful. And it definitely, I think, gives them an advantage if you're naturally calm. But a lot of people all of a sudden are very confronted by fear. And I've even had, and not even always aware of that fear. I've had clients who will say, I'll say, well, it occurred for me like you were pretty panicked. And they'll say, I wasn't panicked. I wasn't that scared. And it seems to be even difficult for the brain or mind to process how confronting that is to us. And for me, the wet exit is one of the most underused kayaking skills and under-practiced, honestly, kayaking skills in whitewater kayaking. And some of you might be laughing right now like, oh, I swim all the time, right? I use it all the time. Right, I get that we're all in between swims, so everyone uses the wet exit. What I mean by it's the most underused is that in the beginning, some instructors tend to glaze over it, like real quick. Like, okay, you can do one, that's great. And when really spending time in the wet exit, spending time getting comfortable and calm underwater is key, not only to success in whitewater kayaking, also to success, especially success in getting your roll. When someone hasn't worked through their fear of being upside down in the kayak, that translates into tenseness in the body, right? Especially in my experience of teaching, especially in the shoulders and the arms, and then of course the hips. And what the roll, a successful or effective roll requires a strong hip snap. And by the way, I'm doing another video on this blog post about the actual physical, mechanics of the roll. But relaxation, what I'm trying to get at in this video is relaxation is key, okay? If you're not able to relax and you're not able to calm the mind, then the roll will be challenging for as long as you have fears around the water or going upside down. It's great. You can go and hire instructors and do as many roll practices as you want. If you're not addressing an underlying fear or an underlying tenseness in the body, okay? I had one a student the other day who said that he's been told throughout all areas of his life that he's really tense and uptight, okay? I like to say that how we are in kayaking is how we are in the rest of our life. Vice versa, how we are in the rest of our life is how we'll be in kayaking. And it's really important to take a look at attention and stress and fear when it comes to the roll. And so some strategies, all right? One is is being aware of the stress or the fear, acknowledging it, okay? So how we do that is start practicing checking in with your body and your mind several times a day, right? I realize this has seemingly nothing to do with kayaking or rolling your kayak, but what you're doing is setting the foundation for awareness, body awareness and mind awareness. Yeah. If you don't even realize, like I said, some clients won't even realize that they've panicked or experienced fear. If you don't even know, then how are you going to address it? Okay, so really paying attention to, how do I feel about this going upside down? Am I afraid of the water? And it's okay to be afraid, right? We're meant to breathe air, and when we're upside down, we can't breathe air, and we're trapped in this little plastic boat, okay? So there's nothing wrong with having nerves around that or being fearful. If we really want to pursue kayaking, though, we want to cultivate tools, strategies for helping us break free of the fear, right? And relax. Yeah. So one of those strategies is just starting to check in. Set an alarm every so often on your phone throughout the day, where you just take a moment to sit and breathe, right? And notice, how am I feeling? Is there tension in my shoulders? Is there tension in my jaw, right? Am I worried about something? Is there tension in my hips? Does my body want to move, right? Am I feeling anxiety? And once you pay attention, it's important to take a few slow, deep, and easy breaths right there in that moment, right? A pause. And what you'll find is, through that pause of focusing on the breath, is you'll be able to relax, relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. The anxiety might ease, okay? Because then when you're going to roll, when you're in your kayak at the pool session, you can do the same thing. Scan your body. Am I starting to get tense because I know that I'm gonna be rolling? And you can pause and take some breaths to relax before you practice. Beyond cultivating awareness, like I just talked about, as a strategy for a successful roll, it's really important to be aware of how we're approaching our roll practice, right? And getting the roll. So traditionally, a lot of us operate from the need to have the roll. I need to get my roll. Once I have my roll, right? Or like this need to have the roll. Then our actions, what we do, comes from this place of having to have the roll. And then we think that once we have the roll and we're doing it consistently, then we'll be relaxed and confident. But do you see how if we approach it like, I need to have the roll, and if I don't have the roll, I'm a failure, or I'm not a good kayaker, or there's something wrong with me, or if I'm missing my roll, it's bad, or if it doesn't look perfect, it's not good enough, right? So then it coming from that place of striving and being really creating tension in the body, it's much more difficult to actually do the roll. Okay, whereas if we start by being relaxed, because we've cultivated mindfulness and awareness, right? If start out relaxed, having fun, right? Viewing the roll as, or roll practice as something fun. We come in confident, even though we might not have it. We know that we can learn, okay? Being relaxed leads to doing from this place of being relaxed. So our actions, for instance, the hip snap, are much more effective when we're relaxed, right? And from being relaxed, then we cultivate the roll. Then we develop the skills to have the roll. Okay, so this way here, this strategy, I found to be much more successful, right, than the striving. I need to have my roll. When I have my roll, then I'll be relaxed, confident, and a good kayaker. Instead, I'm relaxed, I'm having fun, I'm open to possibility. My actions will be much more effective from this place of being relaxed and confident. And then I develop my role. I'm successful, or I'm much more likely to be successful with the actual action of the role, of getting the role. So letting go of the striving and making it a big deal, and remembering to have fun and be social and enjoy. Think of it as a game. In my experience with clients over the last decade and a half, people who have fun while they're practicing the role, and again, that requires relaxation, right? Knowing that someone's going to rescue you, or someone's right there and it doesn't matter if you miss it, you know, it's all part of the game. Then they experience a lot more success overall than the folks who strive and are really hard on themselves. So those are my strategies for the mental game, a strong mental game when it comes to rolling. First, being mindful, or using mindfulness practices to become aware of the body, tension in the body, anxiety or fear in the mind, and then taking some breaths, right, that help us to relax, right, and also just mindfully thinking about relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face, relaxing whatever needs to be relaxed. And that mindfulness and awareness helps us to cultivate being relaxed and not striving so much, so that our actions are much more effective in developing the role. Okay? If you want to dive deeper into how to cultivate a healthy stress response, relax the mind and the body to set yourself up for success in rolling and in whitewater kayaking and in life in general, check out my online course called Vibrant Body, Empowered Mind. It's here on mindbodypaddle.com, and it's got lots of amazing information and online yoga classes and introduction to meditation and breathing exercises and mindfulness exercises, several of them that help you dive deeper into being relaxed, being confident. So check it out, and remember to have fun, and yeah, good luck with your role.